Question: what can we do to supercharge this little beauty, the A800 glider? One of my favourite aircraft, but it has a bit of a weak motor. It's not up to much. It'll chug around the place. You can do mild acrobatics, but it's a little underpowered. I'd love to supercharge this. To take out this rather weak brushed motor and maybe replace it with this. But as you can see, she's just had a few too many dings and bangs, and it's just not what it used to be. So that's going to be the donor. We're going to give this a try and see how we fare out. So this is the last footage of the A800 with the stock motor fitted. It flies perfectly well. We just want to add a little bit extra. And here we go, our misfortunate 600. So I'll remove the wing, check inside. Please ignore the marks on my hands. I was painting sheds. So just check it out to see the servo setup, what's involved. Had to do the terrible job of cutting out the sides to get better access. So I'm going to have to pry open the main board, and at this stage I'm not sure whether we can use the servos that come with that setup. We'll find out shortly. This is a comparison, and they're two very different layouts in the fuselage. So we take all the electronics out of the 600, check it, make sure everything's working, motor's okay. Next task will be to see if the ailerons, the rudder and the tail work. Our new fuselage, and here we go, the bit I hate is getting out a blade and having to cut in. So I've already done it, just giving you an outline here, and it hurts like hell. It's only a bit of airborne, but I really just hate having to do it. But we're committed to this project. As you pull it open, you'll find there's an extra sleeve there on the nose just to support the old motor, so just gently pry that out. And that leaves the fuselage open, ready for the transplant. Check, see if we got control surfaces working. We can get the ailerons to work, but as yet the rudder and elevator need to be sorted. The big question will be, can we use the servos that came on the board of the 800? Servos are wired into the board, but there's only 2 wires going in when we have 3 for the other servo. I think we're just going to have to graft the smaller servos from the 600 and glue them in, as you see there. They are smaller, so we're hoping they'll have enough strength to control the surfaces of the rudder and the elevator on the larger 800. This is the rough placing for the motor, so we've cut it out into the front of the fuselage, and we'll build that up slowly with an appropriate type of glue. We'll use Gorilla Glue to secure all of that back into place. That's roughly the outline. The second half of that fuselage needs to be trimmed. With those 600 servos in the 800 we check, and yes, they do. They're sufficiently powering the rudder and the elevator, so things are looking good. Looks scary. It most certainly doesn't have a factory finish, but it's promising. Now the final thing, because we don't have a foldable prop, is maybe to give the glider a bit of height, and also just to add to its overall ugliness in case it wasn't feeling sufficiently ugly. So just got some cheap undercarriage. I think it was from a small Cessna. We'll cut a hole there, insert the undercarriage, a little bit of glue again just to secure it in place, and it might help protect that prop. Now, to be fair, when we flew the 600 in the past, we often flew it without any undercarriage, so it did land in its belly and the props tended not to get damaged. But while we have an undercarriage, we might as well stick it in and, you know, help the whole plane last a bit longer if ever lasts at all after all of this. Okay, that's looking appropriately ugly. Here we are, D-Day, major transformation. The plane doesn't look too different other than the external motor, big prop, landing gear. We're going to see if this flies, and to be honest, I have just no idea, none whatsoever. It might go 2 feet, it might keep going forever. We got our ailerons, rudder, everything's trimmed, so we're going to plug it in and give it a try. Yeah, I think this is recording. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh! Yay, go on! End result, a lot of fun, a lot of fun. It was a big challenge. It mightn't have worked, it could have been an absolute disaster. We really didn't know a whole lot about what we were doing. We had an idea and we were taking a chance. Brilliant fun. I'd recommend anybody to dabble, try these things. Things are quite affordable, parts don't cost too much, and it's a great way to learn how these things work. Big thumbs up, a lot of fun. Whee!